everything we do in life as human happens 2 times. Number 1, in the mind, in the thoughts that go on in our mind. And number 2, the actions, right? This means that before we do anything, we have thought about that thing that's been in our mind before we put an action to it. And this reminded me of the story of a guy who went to where they're drawing tattoo, and he said, please help me to draw this tattoo on my arm, born to lose. And another guy came into the tattoo shop. I was like, this tattoo guy, you are wicked though. Just because he wants to collect money from this guy. You see what you are writing on his arm. And the guy was drawing the tattoo said, no, it doesn't matter. Whether I draw it, whether I accept to do it or not, it's already in his mind. Before he will come from his house, come to this shop and say, write this thing on my arm, it means that it has happened over and over in his mind. So whether I agree to write it there or not, it doesn't matter. As long as it is in his mind, it is a deal, right? And the Bible says that as a man thinketh, so is he. Your thoughts shape your life. So on today's edition of Path to Sexual Purity, choices that shape your life, I'll be talking to you, dear teenagers, that you protect your mind, because out of it comes the issues of life. Because whatever you want to do, whatever action you want to take, it has happened in your mind. Your thoughts determine your actions, and what determines your thoughts are the things that you hear consistently, the things that you see consistently, right? The gist you hear from your friends or from around you, the movies you watch, the reality shows you watch, the books you read, the music you listen to, the discussion that happens around you that you listen to. Whatever avenue information gets into your heart from your mouth and your ear and your eyes, what you see, what you hear, what you speak, what comes in, they inform the content of your mind. There is a possibility that the things you have not heard, that you have not seen before, will not come into your mind. Back in those days, while we were growing up, there was nothing like noodles, right? And if someone would ask us that time, can you cook noodles? Do you know noodles? You say, what are you talking about? But today, if I ask you, can you cook noodles? Do you know noodles? You say, of course. You even mentioned the brands that are available. But back then, there was nothing like that. And it will not even occur to anybody's mind to say that, can you cook noodles? Because it was not available. So the information that are not gotten into your mind, there is a possibility for you not to think about it or not to talk of doing them. So I'm telling you today, dear teenager that has embraced sexual purity, that has made up his or her mind to live a sexually responsible life, is to protect your mind. We are in the era of social media. Like every other thing, it's a two-edged sword. The good side and the bad side. Just like everything. Social media is not bad. Internet is not bad. But like every other thing, the devil always attempts to make a mess of a good thing. So there is the bad side of the social media. Inappropriate pictures, inappropriate videos, inappropriate shows on TV, inappropriate things on billboards. You're seeing a billboard, you're seeing a naked woman, you're seeing all sorts of things that are not healthy for your mind. You want to be careful. You want to be intentional with the discussions that happen with you and your friend. If you have friends that all they do is talk about BB Naija, talk about Korean movies, talk about romance novels, before you know it will inform what you think. If you give yourself to watching inappropriate music, inappropriate songs, inappropriate movies, pornography, if you give yourself to those, they are going to inform the things that you think about. And your thought determines your actions. It determines the things you do. We are emotional beings as much as we are social beings and every other thing. We are emotional beings. There are things that you watch that you arouse your emotions. You want to intentionally stay away from them. Any book rated 18, it means that it has sexual content in it. Do not read it. Any movies rated 18, it means that it contains sexual content. Do not watch it. You have to be careful. You're working on your laptop and you see pops up of things that you cannot explain, of things that are not appropriate, of pictures or videos that are not appropriate, that are sexual content, naked man or woman. Do not click on it. If you stumble on it, accidentally, know that this is not healthy for you. Remember, you are a king. Always put on the disposition of a king. You are royalty. Always put on the disposition of a royalty. Royalty don't feed on carcasses. They do not feed on junks. They do not feed on rubbish. Right? So I put it to you today, dear teenager, my message to you today is for you to protect your mind from pollution, from environment. There is a whole lot going on. The society, we are not helping. Adults around are not helping. Right? I know all that. But I can tell you that it is possible for you to intentionally filter the things, the information that comes into your mind by empowering your mind. Your mind is so empowered that the only thing you think about are great things. Right? You watch documentaries, you read books, autobiographies, go to Google. Teenagers doing great things in the world. Adults doing great things in the world. Just Google them. You will see a whole lot of them. Read their autobiographies. You will see their challenges. You will see the things that they struggle with. And yet, you were able to become someone to reckon with. And this will inspire you to dream. This will inspire you to know that your circumstances cannot stop you. This will empower your mind. Watch documentaries, watch news, read newspapers, read books, fiction books. Stay away from romance books. Any book rated 18, stay away from them. Any reality shows rated 18, stay away from them because it's going to pollute your mind. It's going to inform what you're thinking. And like I said, what you think about will inform what you do. So, dear teenager, protect your mind from solution. Always put on the disposition of a king that you are. That's all I have for us today. Remember, it is part of sexual purity, choices that shape your life. See you tomorrow. Share with other teenagers, parents of teenagers around you. Bye.